You trust the airport with your luggage, your identity, even your safety. But what if I told you there's an entire hidden world operating behind the scenes, one filled with silent trackers, behavior profilers, and thieves who can unzip your suitcase with a pen? This isn't a conspiracy. It's your next flight, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at air travel the same way again. The instant your suitcase goes behind the conveyor belts and sliding doors, it moves into a world you'll never see. And that's where everything can go horribly awry. From sticky-fingered baggage handlers to TSA officials caught on video pilfering, the dangers are all too real. Most individuals believe that it won't ever happen to them until it happens. But not you. Because with this video, I will reveal to you precisely how to secure your checked bag against thieves, inattentive crews, and airport mayhem. Let's return to 2015. In Miami, one TSA agent was caught red-handed. There was video of him rummaging through passenger bags at the very checkpoint. And that's just one tale. From 2010 to 2014, CNN documented over 30,000 complaints about lost valuables totaling $2.5 million in claims. The vast majority of those losses out of checked bags. The worst airports for this? JFK, Louisiana X, Orlando, and yes, Miami again. And despite more cameras now, airport personnel still know precisely where the blind spots are. So here's the bottom line. Just because your bag goes behind the counter doesn't mean it's safe. Never, and I mean never, put your valuables into a checked bag. I'm talking about laptops, jewelry, cash, medications, and critical documents. If it's valuable or irreplaceable, it goes into your carry-on. Not only are they soft targets for thieves, but you'll be worrying the whole flight about whether they'll arrive at your destination. Leave your essentials in your pocket. Pack your checked bag with the dull items, clothes, shoes, perhaps a paperback novel items a thief would hardly bother stealing. Now, on to security. Yes, you should definitely lock your checked baggage. Thieves aim for quick, easy access, and an unlocked bag basically invites them in. But here's where it gets complicated. Most travelers employ TSA-approved locks, the ones featuring the small red diamond logo. These allow TSA to open your bag with a master key if they need to inspect something. Sounds like a good solution, right? Well, it was until those TSA master keys were leaked online years ago. Now anyone can get their hands on them. So, while it's still a good idea to use a lock, take it a step further. Add zip ties or tamper-evident seals as a backup. That way, if someone opens your bag, you'll know, and they won't be able to hide the evidence. You'd be amazed at what will flag your bags for additional inspection. Of course, knives and guns are no-brainers, but did you know things like candles, soap bars, spices, or even blocks of cheddar cheese are enough to raise eyebrows? TSA scanners don't care about brands or packaging, they simply recognize shapes. Thick, irregular, or unlabeled objects tend to look like drugs or explosives on the screen. Avoiding delays or having to have your bag checked unnecessarily, label any powders, keep your electronics apart, and put odd-shaped objects in clear plastic. Having receipts close at hand can also allow TSA officers to double-check quickly what they're looking at without breaking your lock and ripping through your stuff just to realize it's protein powder. But suppose your bag passes through TSA, terrific until it gets into the airport's sorting system where baggage handlers handle it. And here's where things can really go wrong. Some insiders at airports have a secret trick for opening zippers with nothing but a pen. They simply stick the pen between the teeth of the zipper, open the bag, swipe whatever they can, and zip it shut again as if nothing had occurred. You won't even see it until you're unloading at your hotel. How do you defend yourself? Use zipperless luggage, or at least luggage featuring anti-zipper technology. Still carrying a classic zippered suitcase? Include plastic ties or tamper-evident seals. They won't deter a serious thief, but they will indicate to you if someone's been rummaging through it. Desire maximum protection, such as Fort Knox for your bags? Try wrapping your bag in plastic. Many large airports provide this service for a minimal charge, and it is effective. It discourages theft, discourages tampering, and even keeps your bag dry from rain, rips, and scratches. Just make sure you've packed it all up first, or you'll be wrestling with your suitcase like a great blob of cling film. And another thing, it excludes dirt, damp, and that nice film of airport grime. Is it excessive? Perhaps. But if your case turns up sealed and your stuff unscathed, you won't be the one grumbling. Flashy bags may be fabulous, but they also yell, "Steal me." A shiny spinner covered in designer logos is a thief's dream come true. If you don't want to be on a thief's mind, use a plain-looking suitcase. Better still, cover up your designer bag with an ugly shell or add on some loud, sloppy stickers. Not only will it be less attractive, but it'll be easier to recognize at baggage claim. Talking of which, too many bags resemble each other. Don't let someone by mistake carry off yours. Label your bag inside and out. A luggage tag with your name and number that's difficult to remove is a good idea. As an added precaution, insert a card with your number and name in the bag. It's a little gesture that can prevent you from wasting hours of your time if your tag is lost and your bag gets stuck somewhere. Now, if you only take one piece of advice from all of this video, make it this one. Hide an AirTag or tracking device inside your checked luggage. This isn't a trick, it's effective. A Florida woman followed her lost suitcase directly to the home of a baggage handler. A San Diego man discovered 12 stolen bags at a flea market based on his tracker. These small devices are small in size, inexpensive, and priceless when your bags go missing. Let's discuss bag material. Soft-shell bags are wonderful for carry-ons. They're light, pliable, and simple to stow. But for checked bags, hard shell is the way to go. It's safer, more difficult to break into, and less susceptible to getting torn to pieces in the conveyor system. Soft bags get torn, catch on something, and disintegrate. A good hard case? It can be beaten and live. And finally, if your bag is worth a lot, or you're packing things like electronics, suits, or camera gear, remember this: airlines offer very little compensation. Usually just a few $100s, and that's if you're lucky. So here's what to do. Look for baggage protection on your credit card. Most high-end cards offer it. Or purchase an annual travel insurance policy. It's cheap, covers things other than your luggage, and gives you some serious peace of mind. Document everything you pack with photos. Keep your receipts, track your bag. If something goes horribly wrong, you'll have the proof and the coverage to stand up for yourself. Let's drive it home with some personal anecdotes that illustrate just how serious this problem is. In Dallas, a tourist discovered his suitcase left on the sidewalk. No tags, no identification, nothing. What did they do? Crooked airport employees had ripped off the labels and discarded the bag, intending to return and steal it afterwards. The solution? Use metal baggage tags that are more difficult to remove and always encase an AirTag or tracker within. And then there's the case from Chicago. A man came close to losing his bags to a crook who posed as its owner. Airport police took the fake at his word until the passenger produced evidence that it was actually his bag. The moral? Tag your bags and what's in them. That can be the difference between losing everything or having it returned. And in Fort Lauderdale, a woman followed her lost bag all the way to a baggage handler's residence using, you guessed it, an AirTag. These aren't myths. They're actual events, and they're occurring more frequently than you realize. Want to level up your protection? Use colored zip ties as tamper seals. TSA will cut them off if they need to, but a thief likely won't bother replacing them, so you'll know something's wrong right away. Also, include a bright, out-of-the-ordinary thing at the top of your bag. If someone's been sifting through your belongings, it'll be clearly visible. Have a list of what you put in your bag. Better still take a few photos of your bag from every side before you check it in. Front, sides, tag so much as the zipper. When your luggage disappears, you'll have visual evidence ready to present on your claim. Airports are mini-cities. They've got their own infrastructure, regulations, and hidden secrets, many of which the average traveler never even sees. But today, you do. Because today we're going to expose 8 airport secrets employees are trained never to speak about. And secret number 1, it may make you think twice about all that you've touched. Here's the truth. Chances are you've walked right by someone who was profiling you and didn't even realize it. Airports employ behavior detection officers, well-trained experts who quietly observe passengers through silent, nonverbal observation skills. These are not simply TSA personnel. They're behavioral analysts who have been trained to detect microexpressions, body language, and even the slightest signals such as fidgeting, lip licking, or flashing eyes. They're human lie detectors amidst the sea of people. Envision this person checking in, looking relaxed, but their hands are shaking, and they won't stop glancing around the room. To you, they may appear to be nervous, but to a spot agent, that's a red flag. They'll ask innocently, "What's the purpose of your trip?" But observe closely for every twitch and pause. And here's the surprise. They're not only at the security gate, they're observing from the check-in counters, baggage drop-off areas, even passport control, all without you ever seeing them. But it doesn't end there. Many of the world's major airports now employ AI-powered cameras to detect signs of aggression and emotional distress. You haven't uttered a word, but your facial expressions and body movements are already being analyzed. The airport knows if you're anxious before you ever reach the gate. Airports today have surveillance that's not only monitoring your luggage, it's monitoring you. Several airports today employ AI cameras that scan facial heat maps, breathing patterns, posture, and tiny movements to pick up telltale signs of mounting aggression. Picture yourself walking through a terminal, and somewhere along the way, your face glows red on a screen just because you were short-tempered about a delayed flight. But it doesn't end there. Other systems take it a step further, employing subliminal pictures, flashy glimpses you hardly register intended to create a stress reaction. Then, with infrared sensors, they monitor your response in real time. In mere seconds, you might be singled out for additional scrutiny before you ever reach the security line. We're moving into an era when your entire security screening might occur without a human ever touching you. The moment your luggage goes past the check-in desk, it enters a secret world of conveyor belts, scanners, and robotic sorters. And here's the reality. Nobody is keeping close tabs on your luggage after that. Yes, airport workers stow bags on planes, but between check-in and boarding, your bag is on its own. If your barcode is smeared or your tag still has remnants of stickers from previous destinations, a scanner might send your suitcase to a completely different city. That's how you wind up in Paris. And your luggage is waiting for you in Istanbul. Ask a baggage handler, he'll tell you. Once it's on the belt, it's out of their hands. Pro tip: always take off old stickers and tags before check-in, and never just use the airline's paper tags. A permanent luggage tag with your information inside and out can be all the difference if things turn sour. Now, you've seen police dogs at customs, but what most people don't see are the undercover sniffer dogs behind the scenes. Before your bag ever reaches the plane, it passes through 5 layers of security, and one of them includes dogs trained to detect even the faintest traces of explosives or chemicals. These canines are not designed to scare. They actually blend in. Golden retrievers, Labradors, and other breeds with friendly faces are schooled to indicate handlers quietly. No barking, no lunging, but quiet signals. They're reinforced with toys or treats, never punishment. Some are so discreet, riders nearby aren't even aware they're at work. Fun fact: a well-trained detection dog can sniff out the equivalent of a teaspoon of sugar in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's the level of sensitivity airports rely on. Ever wonder who makes those airline meals or when? Your in-flight dinner was probably cooked 8 to 10 hours before takeoff, and sometimes even the night before. Giant catering kitchens at airports operate 24/7, preparing meals for dozens of airlines with factory-like precision. Airline meals, particularly on overseas flights, are usually planned out a full year ahead of time. Each ingredient is crucial, from the length of time it will stay fresh in the air to how much it influences flavor at high altitude. And here's a crazy fact. American Airlines used to save $40,000 annually simply by taking 1 olive off every salad served in business class. Multiply that sort of saving by millions of meals served annually, and it becomes evident every bite matters. And that large air traffic control tower that you catch a glimpse of from your airplane window, that's just the beginning. There are really 3 levels of air traffic controllers: tower, terminal, and en route. And they don't only deal with airplanes in the air, those to taxiway traffic to runway lights, minute by minute. Envision one controller handling 5 live monitors, simultaneously monitoring incoming flights. weather reports, ground movements, and communicating with pilots, ground staff, and even Border Patrol. It's a high-pressure ballet of coordination where even a 1-second delay would affect dozens of flights. Each second matters in air traffic control. One misplaced command will not only be tardy with your flight, but dozens more waiting behind you. That's why it's one of the most stressful occupations on the planet. When the margin of error is 0, there's no room for errors. Something that most travelers may not know. When you enter a nation with no visa, it's not your issue anymore. It's the airline companies. Airlines are fined and have to spend money taking you back. That's why check-in clerks tend to triple-check your travel documents. It's not about regulations. It's about financial liability. For instance, if you attempt to board a flight to Canada and your visa recently expired last month, and they allow you in, the airline is liable. They may have to book you back home, pay for your accommodations while you're being processed, and even face prosecution. So the next time you watch an agent carefully going through your paperwork, keep in mind, they're not being stubborn, they're looking out for their company. Ever been directed to rub your hands on a small piece of cloth at the security line and asked why? You just passed through an explosives trace detector, or ETD atomizer. Agents fill these machines with chemical samples of prohibited substances at the start of each shift. The machines remember the molecules. If there's even a microscopic amount of anything nefarious fertilizer or fireworks, for example on your hands, the system can detect it in an instant. And here's the kicker. It doesn't come off your hands with soap and water. It can stick on your skin or clothes long after contact. So, if you've had your hands on any potentially flagged materials even within the law, be prepared for additional screening. Now you know what most travelers never do. You've just revealed the secrets airport workers won't discuss. From quiet dog patrols to heat-detecting cameras and invisible behavior profiling, you've opened an air travel side that runs quietly behind the scenes. But here's the question, which secret surprised you the most? Was it the facial recognition technology monitoring your mood? The undercover canines sniffing your bags silently? Or the atomizer that can tell what your hands came into contact with after a wash? Let us know in the comments. I read all of them, and I'd love to know which one stopped you dead in your tracks thinking, wait, what? And hey, if you've got a friend who's always getting flagged at TSA or swears their bag disappears on purpose, share this video with them. Help them fly smarter. If you picked up something new today, give this video a like. It helps the algorithm know we're doing something right. And for more travel tips, airport tricks, and airline behind the scenes, stuff like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's to come. We've got full video